Allah. Second Abdulhamid, the divine Khan or Sultan of the 19th century. Otto von Bismarck, German statesman known as the Iron Chancellor, said, "If wisdom is 100 grams, Abdulhamid has 90 grams of it, I have 5 grams of it, and the rest of the leaders and politicians of the world have the other 5 grams of it." Who was Abdulhamid II? Abdulhamid II was born in 1842, September 21st, and died in 1918, February 10th. Was the 34th Sultan of the Ottoman Empire. He was the son of Sultan Abdülmecid and his Circassian wife Tirimüjgan, or Virgin Sultan. He ruled from August 31st, 1876 until he was deposed on April 27th, 1909. Almost everybody knows about the fact that Balkans, Middle East, and North Africa, now among the most tumultuous places in the world, were completely managed in a peaceful way only a century ago under the control of his policy. The Palestinian and the Israeli prime ministers have confessed that no Palestinian can ever forget Abdulhamid II, who has managed these lands which cannot today be protected by suburban armies by just 200 Ottoman soldiers. More than his political genius, here I would like to explain his personal life and some of his reforms to your esteemed sight, to give you the opportunity of knowing his colorful personality closer. Firstly, Abdulhamid was a poet, just like many other Ottoman sultans. One of the sultan's poems translates thus: "My lord, I know you are the dear one, El-Aziz, and no one but you are the dear one, El-Aziz. You are the one and nothing else. My God, take my hand in these hard times. My God, be my helper in this critical hour." He was a skilled carpenter and personally crafted most of his own furniture, which can be seen today at the Yıldız Palace and Beylerbeyi Palace in Istanbul. He would also make marvellous furniture and sell them to give that money to the poor. Abdülhamid II was also interested in opera and personally wrote the first ever Turkish translations of many opera classics. He also composed several opera pieces for the Müzikayı Humayun, which he established the Royal Orchestra, and hosted the famous performance of Europe at the Opera House of Yıldız Palace, which was recently restored. Sultan Abdülhamid II put great emphasis on cultural activities, fine arts, and architecture. He commissioned many foreign architects and renovated the country. Some works erected during his period are Museum of Archaeology of Istanbul, Museum of Oriental Masterpieces, Grand Trading Center, the Italian Embassy, Haydarpaşa Medical School, the building of the General Debs and the Ottoman Bank, Karaköy Trade Center, the Palace of Maçka, İşbank Ankara, the Circassian Station, Kütahya Ulu Mosque, Istanbul Yıldız Hamidiye Mosque, Cihangir Mosque. Sultan Abdülhamid II had established universities and an Academy of Fine Arts, School of Finance and Agriculture. Moreover, he opened many primary schools, high schools, blind and handicapped schools. He had Şişli Etfal Hospital and Poor House built with his own money. He had the excellent drinking water called Hamidiye brought to Istanbul. He extended highways until the internal parts of Anatolia and had railways spread through Baghdad and Medina. He had rider trolley roads spread in capital cities. During his reign, the postal service was started, streets were paved and lit with gas, and the army was reorganized. He also was actively interested in the theater, as is evidenced by the construction of the small imperial theater amid the palace complex. Not only were Turkish plays produced there for him, but Western groups were brought in as well. It is reported that when famous French actress Sarah Bernard was in Istanbul, he refused to watch her because he knew that she was acting very well about death, of which he was afraid. It was Abdülhamid who set up the Yıldız porcelain works and the Hereke carpet and materials factories. The idea was to try to promote foreign exchange by selling products that directly reflected Ottoman Turkish culture. Photography was one of the many European inventions which also interested him. Indeed, the Sultan loved photographs so much that he had a collection of 30,000 of them at Yıldız Palace. Abdülhamid also used photography to show to the outside world the image of the Ottoman Empire as a modern state. He invited Edison and Pasteur to Turkey, but when both could not come, he sent a medal and money to Pasteur, and the Rabies Institute was founded with this money. Just like his father Abdülmecid, who immediately issued a royal patent to Morse after personally testing a new invention by Samuel Morse, the telegraph, in 1847, the first submarine in history, called Nordenfeldt class, to fire a torpedo while submerged underwater, also were built in pieces by Des Vignes and Vickers, Sheffield in England, and assembled at the Taşkızak naval shipyard in Istanbul, Turkey, during the reign of Abdülhamid II. Of course, we must remember that he was an avid patron of the telegram system which crisscrossed the empire. A Briton drove the first automobile to Istanbul in 1905, and the first car was imported in 1908. The first cinema was opened in 1897. It is not possible to explain the reforms and technological advances brought by the second Abdülhamid, who was dedicated to modernizing Ottoman Empire, but I think even the tip of the iceberg given here to your esteemed side is enough to understand why he was named Divine Han. Best regards.